Let's go. We're gonna talk a lot, but I have a class at 10.
Yeah.
I just wanna, we're gonna talk about In Bloom again next week, but I
Yeah.
did. I listened to the album for some time, but not enough. It was for a
Hmm.
few times, and I was kind of focusing on the other ones, and I didn't have enough time to dig deeper, like I told you. And I I said, look, I just want more. I want to spend more time with the lyrics.
Hmm. Hmm.
The lyrics are more important in this second week,
Yeah.
dealing
And
with this deal, dealing with this record.
yeah.
When we
And
record
you
it.
should take your time with the lyrics.
Yeah, because I like to spend time, digest a little better the lyrics. So
Yeah.
about the instrumentation, like you said, I'm gonna, I agree with everything you said there. Everything about the tracks, about the instrumentation, about everything. And I I like how you gave 4.5 out of 5.
It's because his best album is his first for me. So
For
that's a
sure.
5 out of 5. So
Not for sure.
if
And
I say it's a 5 out of 5, this one I'm going to put in the same shelf, and I don't think it is.
it's not,
You know?
yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling, look, next week we're going to talk more about this, but I'm feeling that it's going to be 4 out of 5,
Hmm.
because considering the previous one,
Yeah, you love
Departures,
you love Departures.
yeah,
Yeah,
that one stuck on me a
yeah,
lot.
it's a good one.
So, yeah, which I gave, let me go back a little bit. It was 5, yeah,
Departures, I think you gave a 5.
yeah. Oh, there's no star. Jeez.
Oh, so you
Jeez
didn't.
Louise. Let
I think
me,
I think
let's do it
throughout
right now.
the records we kind of forgot to give stars in
Yeah,
one or another.
five out of 5 stars. That's it. Okay. And that's only it that I can say right now, because of I'm going to focus there on that album more
Yeah,
afterwards.
I'm
And
gonna
you,
put mine here too, because for me it's a 4 out of 5.
Departure, yeah, just
Yeah,
because of the song
man, that song,
Education.
that second song, it does something that doesn't work for me. But my friend Jon Foreman. Um,
Man, he commented on my
yeah,
comment yesterday.
yeah. Yours was bigger.
He gave me an obrigado.
I sent him a message right after he liked my story. I was
Oh,
like, okay, maybe his screen's
gotta be
still
now, yeah.
open.
Yeah.
And then I sent him like 3 messages, but then I got
No,
nothing back.
it turned
I was
down.
like, dude, I'm a huge fan. I've been listening to you like for a while now. I know Switchfoot. I'm from Brazil. Come to Brazil. Something
It's like ignored.
Yeah.
Man, I talked so many times with Jeremy Spring. We exchanged audio messages on Instagram.
Really?
Yeah, we did.
Audio messages?
Audio messages. The last time was the beginning of this year. I reached out and he responded. He was saying how he went through a lot of shit, like alcoholism.
Hmm.
He told me that at that time, I think it was earlier, like January or February, he said that he was like 50 days sober. It was like he's doing that follow up, the AA meetings. He's going to these meetings, and
Yeah.
as a kid, and he didn't say much. Right?
Uh-huh.
He's a friend. He's my friend. He's a good friend.
Yeah.
My buddy.
Yeah.
You want
We
to
got
say
famous
anything else?
friends.
Yeah. You want to
No,
say anything?
I think it's better if we discuss further, like next week,
Oh,
because we're gonna
awesome.
have the whole picture.
Beautiful.
We can talk about the other ones.
Yeah, let's go. Liam Gallagher.
Because I know you're hurt.
You what?
You're hurt.
For
Because
what?
what I said about Liam's album.
Oh man, you just went. You were very cold with it.
I wasn't I?
Man, you were cold.
And
cold.
after I wrote it, I was like, man, it's not a bad album. It's not like it's good, you know? But it's
you were
just
cold.
yeah, and it's just like there wasn't like besides I'm a wheel. Is that the song? No, yeah,
I'm a wheel. I'm a wheel. Yeah, I'm a
besides
wheel.
that song, which is my favorite, like I said, it has some blues vibe. It's like it's really rocky blues and dirty. And
that is a different song for Liam because it's more bluesy, right? So
like besides
hasn't sung blues. Not that I know that. Not that I know of.
Yeah. So the thing is, I've always enjoyed Oasis, and like, but it has always been a band that I was like, okay, I like these songs, but I've never like been like a huge fan of like understanding what the songs were about and stuff like that. It was just something that was on, right? And what I felt about this album is that there was something different because of the other guy, the Jon Squire guy.
Yeah.
Because it has this blues approach. But I feel like the mixing, they put the same style as the mixing of the Oasis. So it feels like you're listening to the Oasis, but in blues, if that makes any sense.
Isn't it because that producer, hold on, let me wait.
And I'm not saying that this is bad.
No, yeah, I know, but because this producer is different. I think it's the first time that, not the first time, he's worked with Liam Gallagher before, but not with Oasis. But it's this producer. He kind of, like I said, like I wrote there, the producer was able to bring to our faces all the instrumentation, his voice is, like put the mixing very well together, put it together. I think what you want to say is because of there is clearly this British pop rock vibe.
Yeah.
We have two British rock legends here, like I said, and it sounds really British, right? For me, not really, but it sounds British. Or maybe it's just because his voice is so memorable.
Yeah,
right? It's hard to separate his voice from Oasis.
I think that's the thing. I think that his voice is so has such a Oasis characteristic that it's hard when you listen to him. You're like, okay, this is Liam.
This is Liam, and it's interesting because for me, Noah was my favorite brother, and when I listen to Noel Gallagher's records, I forget. I forget about Oasis
for sure.
But that happens when I listen to Liam's voice. Every record I listen, it brings Oasis, like it's here. No, this is Oasis. But I know there are some different nuances, but it's hard to disconnect because his voice is more present in Oasis songs. Yeah, so it's a little bit different.
And it's like it's not like this is my definitive opinion about it, because like we've been doing this for this is the 6th week, by the way.
6th?
This is Madness Return, like the one that we are entering now. It's the 6th
already.
Yeah, man. Time flies. And then all the other albums from the other weeks, I still listen to them, of course not with the same attention because I'm focusing on the albums that we chose for the week, but it's still on my
The back burner.
yeah, it's saved here. So every time I have to do something, and I kind of work like this.
Yeah.
I measure my time in albums and in songs, right?
Nice.
So like it's crazy because when I go to the movies with my wife, we have an EP with 2 songs from some guys that it's the perfect amount of time from when we get from our house to the movies, and it's it's perfect. So that's how I measure my life. Like my wife asks me like, hey, how long until you finish cooking? And I was like, 3 songs. Just till the end of this album is gonna be done, So it's like, yeah.
Just had 3 songs left.
Yeah. So I always do that. For example, POD's album that we chose in the first week?
First week.
It's like 30 something minutes, 35, if I'm not mistaken.
It's short.
It's really short. Yeah. So I'm like, every time I have like short time and I need to do something, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do PODs. Like I use it as a Pomodoro technique. Because I need to have little times of focus to do something, so I use the albums. So I'm always
like blocks
re-listening
of short times.
So I'm always re-listening, and this album has a great length. So I'm gonna be listening to it more, and maybe I'll change my mind with enjoying it more. It's not like I didn't enjoy.
Don't feel pressured just because of what I thought about it. But I understand. But you were so cold, man.
I was.
No, but I understand. Look, it's like I said, what I wrote there, because when we get collaborations, I think depending on the artist, there's not much, or there's not a lot of different things to expect.
Yeah.
Especially, I was watching an interview with these 2 guys, and man, they are British, very British, and British, like bad humor British, and sarcastic British, and the interviewer, I forget now his name, but he did all the talking except for Liam. He talked a little more, but Jon Squire was there just sitting down and said like 3 words in 10 minutes. And they are just like colder than your comments there. I'm just kidding, man. And they do music. They just like make music. That's it.
Yeah.
Right. And they have like huge backgrounds, both of them. And what happened was that Jon Squires had the tunes and invited Liam to sing on his tunes. That's and nice. It's all I watched someone said that he missed Liam on the songs. I don't know why. I don't know what he meant by that, but it seems that he missed like some of his contribution to the songs, because all the songs were like written by Jon Squire, and Liam was never a writer. Yeah, so he brought in his soul into performing the songs, which, like I said, they were all written by Jon. And man, it's because when you have a collaboration like that, I started my speech about talking about this. You have these guys with different background, but with a lot in common, and I was kind of expecting this, and a lot of riffs and his unique way of singing the songs. And it's rock. Like the length is perfect, and you have like cool lyrics. I thought there were some cool lyrics there, and my favorite song is "Move to Liverpool." Mars to Liverpool. Sorry, Mars to Liverpool is a cool song, I really like that song. I'm a Will is different. I like that different for him. And what is it? The other one, Just Another Rainbow is a cool song too. Cool song. I really like those three more. So it's just like this guitar licks that is
Yeah.
really nice. It's kind of like the guitar licks and riffs. They are kind of dancing with the pianos and the all the other instrumentations. It's just it feels right, right?
Yeah.
And again, it sounds kind of the same. It has the same aesthetics, but it's like a body of work that they wanted to give. Look, these rock ballad songs that we made, and it's rock. It's there. It's short. It's not long, and yeah, I've seen collaborations with great artists, and they create like a long record, and
Hmm.
it drags a lot
Yeah.
because one is trying to show better their styles and their uniqueness, and it
Hmm.
gets messy. So I think for this, it was like in a good measure. It's a rock album. It's great. It's there. There's no you can't go wrong with pure simple. Again, simple but with
But
interesting
good.
guitars.
But good.
Exactly. I really like
It's
it.
like I can't imagine those. I can't imagine going to a pub and seeing these guys performing throughout. Like they could go through the whole album, and I'd be talking to my friends and drinking some beer
For
and just
sure.
listening to these guys and appreciating. And it's like, man, that's great music, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
The only thing is, it didn't like it didn't stuck with me like the other two, like Marcus King, for example.
Oh
It's
no, yeah, no, Mark,
like for
yeah,
me it's a whole different level, you know,
it
because
is, yeah, nice,
you can do this, you can make this album like Liam and John did. Like it's not pretentious, it's like it's cool music, it's, you know,
yeah,
it's straightforward rock, and
sure,
it's nice and it's fun. But then you can do the other, what the other guy did, which is great music as well, well crafted, but you know there's pain.
oh yeah, and then when there's pain involved,
Yeah.
is another level. We get an album by Tim Gallagher and John Squire, and it seems fun. It sounds fun because, of course, they're having fun and they are like over their 50s. And, these are like people who had been through a lot, and they have been through a lot. And when they get to do a collaboration to great musicians like that, and make a beautiful, for me, it's a nice rock album with all these, like I said, guitars and all it's rock. I feel we have rock here.
Yeah.
It's the combination of nostalgic rock, like I said, from the 80s. It's mixing with all those alternative. It's a pinch of every like rock, British rock bands, right?
Yeah.
So it sounds fresh for me because of all the guitars. I
Yeah.
was just impressed with the guitars. For me, it was like it's good to listen. You have the guitars, and it's good. It's very well produced, and they're having fun. And then we're gonna get like cool lyrics, and did you get the Star Wars reference there?
In the song?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I wrote it for you,
Yeah.
man.
No, yeah, I saw that you wrote, but I
You
didn't
didn't
have
get
time
it?
to go back and listen to it and look for it. But I
Oh,
didn't.
you're
Are you
gonna.
gonna tell me the reference, or I'm gonna have to look for it?
They say
Is it in the lyrics?
it's in the lyrics. Yeah, for sure. Let
Okay,
me.
let me read the
Yeah,
lyrics here.
yeah. Go ahead and you'll find it. You will
When you
find
murder the truth, lock all the doors. These aren't the droids you're looking for. Okay.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's I think that's a difference between the ways that we appreciate music, and it's good that it's different. Like the ways are different. I think when you listen to a song for the first time, I think you pay a lot of attention to the lyrics, and I don't. I listen to the melodies and to whatever the song is doing, and I don't pay it, even if it's in Portuguese, if it's in English, whatever. I just, because if the melodies or the style of music does not please me, I just move on,
Interesting.
And then in a second listen, in a third listen, or sometimes like it happened to this album, like I didn't pay attention to the lyrics at all, different from the other two,
Interesting you say that. Sometimes I don't understand. Not that I don't understand. Let me rephrase that. What happened to me is when I'm gonna listen to something for the first time. Nowadays, I'm doing a little bit different from what I used to do. Nowadays, I'm playing on my sound box first. I used to do it on my phones. So nowadays, I think it's because of the time and because of the things that so many things to do. So first time I listened to like an album or a track singles, I would be on my phone because I'm on my iPad doing stuff. And then like when the album is out, I just play it on my sound box, feel the vibe. If I'm eating something or if I'm doing something around the house.
It's not a focused listening.
It's not a focused listen the first time. Even though I try to focus on the song when there is a melody, there is a catchy melody that I feel, I try to pay attention to the lyrics. And then the first listen is not a focused one. I try to feel it's a combination. I try to feel the whole combination first listen. And then after that, probably I'll do that twice. And after that, I will just put my phone on, pay attention, right? And then try to take a few notes here and there. And then I'll go for a walk, listen to the record again, and then towards the end of the week, I'll be listening to that more, reading the lyrics. Yeah. I try to research about the record, but yeah. So I like this record. I really like it.
For you, it was a 4 out of 5, right?
4 out of 5, yes. Yeah. Out of 5 because I really enjoy it. I didn't think I would, but I enjoyed it.
Right now, it's a 3 out of 5, which is not bad. Like I said,
no, it's not at all.
Good. It's a good album. It's a rock and roll album. But just to wrap it up, this conversation about it, I think if it weren't for Jon Squire bringing this freshness of the blues, I don't think I would have cared like even for this album because of what I said. Because of what I said, it's Liam's. It's 2 Oasis. It's like if you don't like Oasis, it's gonna listen. It's gonna be hard to listen to this album.
I completely agree with you
because like the vocals are completely Oasis.
Man, completely agree with you. It's crazy because, I love Noel Gallagher's records, all his records. We're gonna be listening to them again. We will revisit all of them.
Yeah,
and
because
I love
it's like you said. I think
records.
It's different when Noel does this. It's different.
It's different. His lyrics, man. It's so, man. I always study songs with my students every month or every month and a half. With all my students and go ahead and study a song. This last time I've been studying The Dying of the Light by Noel Gallagher. It's off of his second record. And man, I love his songs. It's beautiful. And then look, I told you I buy the albums digitally. I have the records by Noel's, and I bought the Liam's too. I have all his records, but I don't go there much.
Yeah.
It's like it's not memorable. There's nothing except for like 2 tracks on each record, and he releases records with 13 songs, 12 songs, and man, it's 2 songs which are memorable. It's not a great album for me because of that. But that's it. I think we have much more to say about the next one.
Oh yeah,
Mood Swings.
So
you like that shit, huh?
I loved it, man. I loved it. I loved it from the first, like from the first time I listened to it. You know, like you were explaining how you do your listenings right now. Back in the day when we did Madness, like many years ago, I would try to have my first listen focused, you know. The first time I would try not to do anything while listening to it. Like I would sit down,
put a big effort on the first listen.
Put my headphones on.
Yeah.
Like drink some coffee or some beer or some wine or whatever, just try to relax, right?
Yeah.
But nowadays I do it like you. Like I put it somewhere just to feel the vibe in the first listen.
Yeah.
So
I used to do that as well.
So the first time I did with Marcus King was, I think a few days ago, like on Friday when we chose the songs, I had to go grocery shopping with my wife. And then when we came back, you have that time that you have to organize your stuff, right?
For sure, yeah.
So I put the album on my TV and home theater, just blasting up the house while we were getting the things ready. Yeah. And I was like, I was putting something in the cupboard, and then I would stop. I would lean on the door, and I was like, man, this is a good vibe, you know?
You know, it's funny because for some records or for some vibes of songs, and when I kind of know what to expect for the record, sometimes like I told you, I do that now. I play the album on a box, sound box, and then to feel the vibes. What happened to this one specifically, and what happens to other albums which are similar to this one, sometimes I start playing the songs, and then I know that the songs go on. I kind of lose a little bit of the attention to the songs because I wanna, in my mind, I'm like, wait, stop. I have to stop now. Because if I'm doing something else, and then if I feel that the album's gonna sound like fucking awesome like this one, I just kind of, no, stop. I turn it off. I say, no, I need this one. I need to sit down. This one, I need to stop and get something to drink, and I need to stop. You know, this one happened. It happens like this, and I'm saying I couldn't go through a lot of the songs like I told you the first listen. I had to stop and take my time, listen, right? Different from the Liam's record, I was able to get the whole vibe and the whole album through like listening on my sound box, doing something else. It was easier to digest, but this one is completely different.
Yeah, just to finish it up, the first listen, and then we were organizing the stuff, and after that, we made some sandwiches to eat, right?
Yeah.
And then usually when we're gonna eat, we put something on the TV and we watch some series, some stuff like that. But the album was so good that there were still like 4 songs left, and we started eating, and we ate in front of the TV, listening to music, and we were talking. And nice. I was like, man. And then the last song came, Cadillac, and it ended in a weird note for the night because it was kind of sad. And we weren't sad, but we were like, yeah, Okay, let's do something else now because
Let's watch some Friends.
there's like a, I don't know, a dark vibe coming.
For sure. For fucking sure.
Yeah.
It definitely
Yeah.
happened, man. I've been following him, and I've been not physically, not stalking. I've been keeping up with him since 2020
Yeah.
when he released his first solo record, and that was released by Easy Eye, which is the studio producer, and the studio. It's a studio of owned by Dan Auerbach, and the record was produced by Dan Auerbach by the Black Keys, right? And I fell in love. I fell so much in love with the album, and there are some beautiful songs. The vibe is completely different from this one that we listened to.
Yeah.
And there are some beautiful songs. We'll go there. One day we'll visit that album. I have one of the songs on this album is in with my wife and I. We have a playlist together, right? Where we've been putting up songs, our favorite songs, for it's been 2 years now. So I have one song off of this album, which is in our playlist. So I love this vibe. His second record came along, and it's more like southern rock driven. It's lots of guitars. Most of the songs he released a video on YouTube of them like playing live. And man, this guy can sing, and his voice and his guitar, he can play like in piano. It's so beautiful, and it's more rock. Yeah. And then on this record, I saw an interview that he was talking about how hard it was for him to come up with this, to approach this record, because he was really writing about problems. Like it's interesting because this is how we deal, or not we. I'm not a musician, but I've heard so many artists, so many musicians talking about songs that they deal with their shit through songs, right?
Yeah.
And which is probably an amazing thing to do. And for him, writing all these pieces of music, dealing with problems, dealing with his demons, yeah. And
yeah. I mean, artists do that, right? They use art as a way to deal with their shit, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not saying I'm an artist, but I write. And for me, writing is kind of this outlet, you know?
Sure.
So sometimes I write stuff that I don't show it to anyone, but it's like, it's my way to deal with some stuff, you know? Sometimes it's hard to talk about it, but when I put it into words, it's better, you know?
But you write in a format of a song, or it's like a note, like a notebook
journal or something.
Or a journal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Do you write it in English?
Yeah.
Or Portuguese?
Yeah. Both. Yeah. It depends on my mood, but
depends on your mood swings.
Actually, I started doing that because I wanted to improve my writing in English because of my work, right? I wanted to work for companies out of Brazil, so I was like, if I'm doing this, I'm gonna, you know, not just gonna be complaining about life here. I'm gonna make something out of it.
yeah, sure.
You know, so there's a lot of stuff, dark stuff I wrote that it's on my Medium page. I can send you some stuff. There is some heavy stuff there that I wrote.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, if I can access that,
yeah,
we could.
Anybody can.
Nice. We can even. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
I wrote some. There is a specific piece that I wrote there that when my wife read it, she was like, you have never told me that. Like, I know about this, but I've never knew how you felt, and I've never accessed those memories of yours, you know. And I was like, yeah, because sometimes I can't speak. That's why I'm giving you this, because before I published, I showed it to her.
How many pages? 18 pages?
No, it's like
eight
it's
pages,
short.
front and back.
No, it's short. It's short. It's about something that happened in my life when I was a kid. So I was like, I'm gonna put this into words. I don't know why.
No, but
I got to a point when I felt like I had to.
But it like we said, it's how you deal with this stuff, right? This craziness. But man, like this record, man, wow. Different from the lyrics about, for example, Departure, Jon Foreman's. The lyrics there are so heavy, but it deals more. It deals more with reflecting on on life itself and about some of his beliefs in life. And the opposite here, on the other hand, here he like really. It seems that he is doing like you did. Like he writes about his memories and about his sufferings, right? And the record calls Mood Swings because of what he said about his anxiety, about bipolar. And even there's a song called Bipolar Love, which is a nice song. I think it's a nice, man, the whole fucking album is great. But like the album, like the first song, Mood Swings, starts, and I think that is the part of hell that a person in depression really tastes. The hopelessness, the terrible hopelessness. Man.
Yeah.
For a person to start an album like this, he's like punching himself in the groin.
Yeah, for
Look,
sure.
and then let's take another one. Swear I'm having fun, but I look miserable. 'Cause time don't heal no pain. I still feel just the same. So he starts the album like really deep, deep. And then the second song, man, this song is so beautiful.
Yeah.
The song is amazing.
You know, the beginning of the second song, I think it has I don't know, it feels like it's going to be an upbeat song because it starts with little drums, and then you got some piano chords.
Yeah.
But then the lyrics, it tells you a different story, you know?
Yes.
Like, this is gonna be fun. Oh wait, no,
it's really intense. Yeah. And like, come fuck my life again.
Yeah.
My life up again. Don't deserve to live without pain. Destroy all my confidence again. Watch me lose control and feel ashamed. I don't know what to say, man. It seems that he knows all these sufferings, and he's kind of assuming that shit will happen again. But for him, knowing what he's been through, from that point on, he'll try to be stronger to face the deception again, like the pain again. And I don't know. It feels that.
I was listening to the podcast episode you sent me with Jon Foreman, and he says something that was like, man, oh man.
I know what you're gonna say.
He said he talked about because he started talking about soil and stuff that you can't. I think that's what he says. Like I can't remember exactly the words, but he says you can't plant all the plants in the world in one small spot. You have to plant in different spots, right? Yeah. But then he talks about the soil, and he's like, hey, all the good things in the soil, they are feces from yesterday's, you know. Yeah. They are the shit you went through yesterday. So that's going to give power and strength so you can go through more shit on the next day. And that's going to strengthen you.
Yeah.
To be like, that's going to fertilize your soil. It's going to fertilize,
strengthen you.
As gross as it sounds, but that's going to fertilize your life. You know,
that's the truth.
Yeah,
that's the truth. And there's no growth without pain, without hardship. Right? There's no growth.
Yeah. If you feel like your life is too comfortable, man, there's something
you're wrong. Yeah.
Either there's something wrong, or something's coming. You know. Definitely.
It's been a few years now that I came to understand these things, and not completely, but came to experience some things. And then there's always, if you are in smooth sailing, just be prepared for some, rocky roads.
Yeah.
Let's put it like that.
Yeah.
And at the same...
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, and at the same time, while you are in these dire straits, it's a beautiful expression.
You're making too many
songs, references. And if you are in dire straits, if you are going through so many bumps in the roads, just know that is strengthening you up.
Yeah.
That is making you stronger. And then you'll find some relief afterwards, and then it will start again, ups and downs, right? Highs and lows, ebb and flow. That's the way. It's the way. That's the Jedi way, right? So, and when an artist is able to like give birth to a work like this, put together like the instruments, it's like the he's laying down all this instrumentation to guide you through his emotions, and fears, and he just writes all these songs, and it's like one, it's more beautiful than the other. The song that we like the most, which is Delilah, that song is perfect. When I first met you, didn't know a damn thing, just said I could try to find my way. Didn't have no money, just a set of wheels and a whole lot of time to kill. Well, I've been rolling on a sudden wind, cold and weathered in the eye of the storm. Please leave your light on in case I get back home for the dawn. Oh, my Delilah. Don't you miss me when I go?
I think looking in retrospect, like the other songs that come before and the songs that come after, I think this is the song that he's more together, that he's recognizing the shit that passed and shit that's gonna happen. So it's like, hey, right here, it feels like I don't know, this is the comfortable place, but it's not gonna last long.
Yeah.
Because then the other song comes and it's a hailstorm.
Oof, man. It's so rough. Yeah, so rough. I was telling my wife yesterday, I was listening to the record again while she was getting dressed, and then she really likes this vibe too, man. She really likes this kind of vibe. And she said, look, I wanna, because I was telling her what I was kind of writing about the record. It's interesting when we write, we take time, and it's easier to think and write. And then I was showing her, but it was all in English, and she was like, but you need help me. She knows a few words, of course, but she's not fluent, Mm-hmm. But I said, no, let's sit down. This album, we're gonna sit down and I'll explain my part. Yeah. Um, but anyway, it's one story like deeper and heavier than the other. Let me just text the student here. 1 second. Uh, One second. I need to go, man. Should wrap it up. So, it's one song that will take you to self-reflection and self-discovery based on his shit. Sharing this shit, it's nice because when we, the listeners, get the song, one important thing, I mean, for an album like this, right? Like very introspective and personal like this, it's interesting to get these records, these songs, and make them our own in a way that learn from them. Mm-hmm. That's what I like to do. Learn from these songs, learn from his experiences. Like it's like it should be something therapeutical.
Yeah.
So of course, it's not therapy, but it's therapeutical because it's there, man. You see all that shit, and then in the process of healing, he is giving us these songs, so it should work for us in a way.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Man, Bipolar Love is a nice song.
Yeah,
it's
a fun song.
Yeah, it's a fun song. Yeah. Love is bipolar. It always gets colder as soon as you warm up to me. Last thing I remember was you slamming the door right in my face, said you need some time to think about all the crazy shit. The crazy shit that I say, where did we go wrong? Tell me just how long I've been away. When my mind starts to wander, you're the first responder. It reminds me not to space. If we grow together, then I know forever could be mine. If we lose each other, then another lover may you find. Love is bipolar. Yeah, and then the last song, I didn't want to go there, but the song it's heavy, man. It's heavy.
Yeah, it is.
I was listening to this song. I was the first time I really paid attention to this song. I mean, lyrically, I was on a walk, man. I was walking. So I went for a walk, and he was talking about my Cadillac is more than that. It's just is my resting place. My heart can heal behind the wheel. She knows my fate. I remember the Supernatural's car, Dean's. Remember Dean Winchester's car? Yeah, he talks to her as if she was a person. I think it was a person.
Yeah.
But it's nice how he starts describing it. It seems that he's just going for a ride in his car, listening to some songs. It's a nice thing to do to like put his mind at ease, relax. And then it seems towards the half of the song, it seems that he's saying about how like I don't know, man, so many feelings here that I don't know, where a place where he would go to die.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man, this sentence here, nothing keeps my scars from bleeding. That's heavy shit.
Yeah.
Think about it. Tell everyone that I'm dreaming again. Will you come back home when my heart stops beating?
I think what you said, because you sent me a WhatsApp message saying, "Dude, what about this song?" and then I paid a lot more close attention because like this song already it had already caught my attention because of the instrumental part, because it's very experimental, because it starts there is this melancholic vibe,
Yeah.
but then towards the chorus, they have like they go through a major chord, which is something that it's different from this melancholic vibe.
Yeah.
And then when it puts that vibe, it gives you like, it's like the chord of hope of something like that. So it's being like transcendental in the thing. And
Yeah.
that's when he says, "Don't wake me up, I'm just sleeping. Tell everyone that I'm dreaming again." So it's like right before he's talking about the end, but in the chorus he says it's not exactly a bad end.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. But then he goes on and says, "It's getting dark and I'm in a park. At least I'll go slow. Bury me in melodies to sink me back home. Don't wake me up. I'm just sleeping. Tell everyone that I'm dreaming again."
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But it's like because when we talk about endings,
Yeah. Because. Sorry.
Endings are hard for everyone.
Sure.
You know, even though, like for example, if I have a grandfather, he's 85 years old.
Yeah.
And if he dies tomorrow, it's not gonna be a sad ending because he lived a full life, you know.
Yeah.
He raised a family, he was happy, and we are expecting that at some point he's gonna go. We know that. That's part of life, right?
Yeah.
But that doesn't make the separation easier because you love that person.
Of course.
You know?
Yeah.
So, you know, for me, the song is like this roller coaster that he is like, "Oh my God, it's going to the end. It's bad." And then the chorus says, "But wait, it's not a bad end. You know, it's an end. Like all things in life, they end." But then after that, he ends with the song like in the same melancholic vibe that he started it, because even though it's not a bad end, it's still an end and it hurts us.
Yeah.
You know?
Oof. I'm gonna cry more.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's never easy.
No.
It's never easy being a human.
No, it's not. And then as we grow old, we keep realizing more all these things. And that's why these kinds of records, they stuck with us more and they touch us more, because of course we don't know everything, but we come to understand more and more all these true realities and the raw reality. Right? It's life. That is life. Just like that Juggernaut song by John Mark McMillan, which is, man, that song is, no, shut up. That song, he talks about how life is he says that life is like a juggernaut. Yeah. It's like that unstoppable force that comes, and when it comes, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
There's nothing can stop life. Nothing. It's just happening.
I almost chose John this week, by the way.
Anytime, man. Anytime. Anytime. Just love that bastard. So good. Man, I gotta run. I have to go right now.